Hello everyone, this is a video tutorial for the AT makeup. We'll be doing Peyton's makeup here, she's our model today. I'm going to be doing her eye, which you can see I have one done just to kind of see what the final look is, and I'll be showing you how to do the other one, and then followed up with her lips. So a couple things I just wanted to say before we get started. I already have her foundation on, so we're going to pretty much use the makeup that is what's included for the box, the competition box, and the Yofi makeup that you might have from the past or for other dances. We will just be using the white out of that, and then the other things for the eye. The additional piece that you'll be needing, whether it's getting your own or sharing, is the NYX. This is a black single eyeshadow. There's the number. It's NYX just in black, plain black. And I think you'll be getting the info for that. I do use brushes, so I can show you what I use, and if you have something similar, you can use that or get something similar to it. There's different ones that you can use, and it would work the same. Like I started out, she has her foundation on already. I will say, working with black eyeshadow, which I don't know if many of you have, I'll just kind of give you all the tips that I know, that it does tend to dust off, even though this is a solid and not a mineral, sort of like the Yofi. It does dust off onto the bottom of the eye. It's probably preferable if you don't start with the foundation on. I'm doing it here also in case for the competitions that you're in that position where you already need to have their foundation on, and we can just clean up, but it can get messy, so it's kind of tricky to work with if you aren't careful. All right, so we'll get started here. We're going to start by using just a kind of a loose brush here. It's pretty soft, and I'm going to take like I told you, the white Yofi. We're going to start. I hope you can see this okay here. Once you scoot up a little bit towards the camera. We're going to start by applying just a light layer on the brow area so that it's highlighted there. Okay, so we have the white up there, just a little bit on the brow bone, right below the eyebrow. Next, we're going to just start right in on the black. I am using a brush that kind of like this. I think they refer to it as a dome brush. Sorry, trying to get this so you can see it. It's pretty dense. It's not as light and fluffy. It's more compact, and this might be helpful for this part. You probably could use a sponge too, as long as you're careful. So this part we're going to put on. This part you do have to be careful. This black, once you've put it somewhere, is going to be there. So it's best to start lightly, slowly, and work your way to applying it heavier and bolder, which is what I do. So we're going to start towards the corner, but not completely to the corner of her eye, and just start working it across the eyelid out to just the edge of her eyelash line for right now. So towards the middle, going all the way down to where her eyelashes meet, just coming across here. And blending. You'll get the idea of how much you need on the brush once you probably put the first little bit on. The edge, we're going to come out and wing it just a little bit, so it's going to come up from where her eye comes up in the corner of the eye. If you drew an imaginary line where it kept going, we're just going to follow that line out just a tad. So as you can see, sort of like that, and then continuing to use some of the black to come on over. Go a little bit more on the inside there. And then what I'll take next is another brush. It's not the white one, it's not the one that I used for the white Yofi. It is another brush that's clean. And we're just gonna blend in, starting at the very top of that line. So this whole look is a black, smoky, smudged look. So as much as the black can sometimes be hard to work with and you have to be careful, it's also kind of nice because it doesn't have to look perfect either. So you can do some smudging and it actually, that's the look that we want. So occasionally I'm putting a little bit more black on if I realize that there's not enough, and then you're just sort of smudging this, going a little bit up towards that area where we have the white, kind of up and out. All right, Pay, open up for a minute. Okay. All right, just do a little bit more here. All right, next we're gonna put some of the black eyeshadow still with a brush that looks something like this. You can use a couple different kinds. Sometimes they're something like this even, which is like an eyebrow brush. You can see that, an eyebrow brush, or this. So they're very stiff, very thin diameter brushes, and we're going to use that to go underneath the eye. So that's going to give that whole underneath smudge, smoky area there. So look up. So again, just taking that real stiff, thin brush with some eyeshadow, which is here where you'll start to notice maybe that we're getting a little bit dropped off. So if there's any excess on the brush, might be a good idea just to tap off some of it or blow a little bit of it off before applying, just so there's not as much on her face where we don't want it. And we'll fix up underneath later, but so that part is there for the application. Then I just take, this is a different brush, and sorry guys, I know you might not have this many brushes, but I have a lot, so I'm just taking advantage of what I have. But again, some of the tools will work for multiple things. So just sort of a stiffer brush, and just to smudge it a little bit. So we're keeping it along the lower line of the lashes, but giving it that smudged look, okay? So we have that. The next thing we'll use, and this will be one of your pencils, the black pencil that you have in your box, and you're going to lower or line the lower lash line or water line with the liner. Peyton wants to do this for just to be a little more comfortable with it, so she's going to line her lower lash line. So it's just that inside area right above the eyelashes. And that's it. It's actually pretty quick. She does it very quickly. I don't know if your daughter will want you to do that for you, or if she'll want to do it. She's more comfortable doing it herself, so that's fine. Now next you could go ahead and use that same pencil to do the top. I just happen to have a gel liner. It's just, again, everything's black, and I'm going to do the top with the gel liner. But this is just you don't have to. If you have your pencil that you just use to line the bottom, you can use that as well. So going from completely the inner corner all the way across right above the eyelashes out to that winged area, and just bringing it out just to the edge of the eyeshadow. Alright, and then we're going to just make sure it's connected. It should be connected at the corner with the bottom. If it's not, if it wasn't before, you can do that now. And then we're going to also connect this inner corner going clear over to where the tear duct area is from the top and the bottom. So to connect that at the inner corner. Hope I wasn't in the way. So if you want to show that, get a little closer there. Okay, so that's all that, and that actually completes the eyeshadow, eye lining part, which is probably the most difficult out of the whole look. And I know maybe you can't see as closely, but there is definitely some black that has come down onto her face. So what I'm going to take is just a concealer, and I try to wipe off as much as you can, because it does tend to stain their face if you have the opportunity. So this is just concealer, just to highlight this area to make it lighter looking, so we don't have that black down below the eye, which is definitely going to make it look like they have dark circles under their eyes. So there's that, just to help brighten that area up. Like I was saying before, if you have a chance to not do the foundation ahead of time, it might be better, so that it comes off, that black dusting will come off a little bit easier from their face, and then you can apply the foundation over once you remove that. It's a little bit easier. The foundation, it wants to stick to it, but it's still fixable, it's doable. We did it here, and it's okay. So to finish off, we'll do the mascara. I do believe, just look down a little bit, I do believe we'll be doing the false eyelashes here, so I'm not going to demonstrate putting those on. I think most of you can look up, have done that before, but you would just go ahead and use whatever mascara for like the bottom or the top, depending on what kind of eyelashes you have. So there's the eyes. So we've got our dark eyes for the performance. And then next we'll move on to the lips. Okay, so we're back with the last thing, the lips. We have a lip color that, this is the lip, can't really see here, Violet Ray. I think you'll be getting the info on the lips too, so this will be the new lip color for this. It is not an extended wear, so it will come off easily, but it is a darker color, and it is not an extended wear. So what I recommend, it would be best with a lip liner, just a nude, very, very neutral lip liner underneath. But since it's not a required part of the makeup kit, I think you can get by with putting just some foundation on the lips, so that it tends to, these dark colors can bleed off of the lining of your lip, or of their lip, so this will help it stay and not have that smudged, messy look. I mean, we wanted the eye smudge, not necessarily the lips, so we're going to put some, mouth closed, some foundation just all over her lips, which will kind of make them look pale and matte looking. So that's good. Gives them a kind of a muted look, but this is going to help the lipstick stick a little bit and not go outside of where we want it to go. And you can definitely use a brush, which we may be using during the practices or during the competitions, in order to help this go farther. But right now I'll just show you with the actual lipstick. So I'm just going to do a application here. Again, another dark color, so to be careful, start at the inside, working your way to the outer edge in order to try to prevent from going past the lip line, because it is a color that likes to stain kind of the skin, and so it's going to be harder to get off and have it look clean. So you can always start on the inside and work your way towards that outer edge. Almost done here. Okay, get a little kind of a closer up there, and that is sort of the look, kind of look down a little bit for our A-team girls. Minus out the hair, we'll get that crazy hair later on, but there we go. Any questions, let me know. Thank you.